Imagine a city that doesn't only have a university, but that is a university.
For that we have to visit Tübingen, next to the River Neckar. We'll follow the footsteps of a not-so-well-known professor to explore this mixture of city and university, and climb up to a penny press not to be missed. Welcome to Penny Presses on Tour, exploring Tübingen. Tübingen appears first in the records in 1078. By the 13th century it was a town and later became part of Württemberg. Then in 1477 Count Eberhard of Württemberg founded the university, one of the oldest north of the Alps, with many illustrious academics.
Just to see how deeply education shaped this city, let's look at Julius Eugen Schlossberger, part of a generation that moved Tübingen towards hands-on scientific discoveries.
Born in nearby Stuttgart, Schlossberger studied medicine here in 1837. Imagine him as a student entering this almost 500-year-old building. This is the Alte Aula, the old auditorium, the heart of the university until 1847, when the bigger Neue Aula took over. Just around the corner is the Holzmarket, the old timber market. Schlossberger would certainly have passed through here as a student, walking past the original Georgsbrunnen, that is to say George's Fountain, which stood here until 1841. And who knows, if there had been an ice cream parlour here back then, he might have been tempted too.
There's nothing wrong with an occasional treat, is there? Schlossberger wasn't only an academic and a physician, he was also a family man.
I wonder whether he, his wife and their 3 children came down to the banks of the Neckar to feed the ducks or simply go for a walk. Have you been to Tübingen? Tell me your favorite spot in the comments.
And now for something completely non-academic.
For this, I have to walk up the Burgsteige, the castle climb, and reach this building owned by a Studentenverbindung, a traditional student fraternity. But the attraction for me, though, is here, a penny press. Or more precisely, a 5-cent press. It is a 2-die coin press with an additional souvenir coin part. Here are my 2 imprints, tangible reminders of my visit. Back to Schlossberger and to Schloss Hohentübingen, just opposite the press. As a researcher, he would have passed through the lower gate and made the climb up to the garden area. From here, the upper gate leads into the inner courtyard. First mentioned in 1078, the fortress lost its military significance by the 18th century. At the same time, it began to house scientific departments, and in 1816 it was completely handed over to the university for academic use. These days it is used primarily as a museum showcasing ancient cultures, but also houses a branch of the university library and some offices. If YouTube had been around, I'm certain Schlossberger would have subscribed to Penny Presses on Tour. Now, how is the castle connected to Schlossberger's career? Like other scientists of this time, he made study visits to other European cities, returning to Tübingen to work here from 1846 to 1860. Schlossberger became an early pioneer of animal and physiological chemistry. Finally, in 1859 he was appointed full professor of applied chemistry. But just a few months after reaching the peak of his career, Schlossberger died of tuberculosis. He was just 42 years old. Schlossberger isn't remembered for a single famous breakthrough. Instead, he represents the movement that turned Tübingen into a research university, when science moved into laboratories and into more systematic research.
So scholars like him, this isn't just a city with a university, it is a city shaped by one.
And that's our walk through Tübingen, guided by the life of Julius Eugen Schlossberger. If you enjoyed this mix of history, place and a little hands-on fun, share this video. It really helps the channel grow. I hope to see you in another video hunting down a penny press with a story.